All right, so here is market open, guys. Let's see what's happening. Nothing too good yet. We are coming into a 50% area on the 233, so let's just see if anything kind of occurs here. I'm just checking something out real quick. I think I probably, so we came into the 50% retracement area here. No, never mind. I know we do have some data coming out as well today at 6:45 and at 7. So it's probably be best to just wait till after 7, to be honest. Let's see. Let's look at the volume profile real quick. Yeah, you see how we've kind of been rejecting this area? Definitely want to be careful in terms of longs into here. We do have this kind of big area of inefficient buying. There was a lot of selling in this area. Definitely want to be careful for sure. Yeah, we're kind of bouncing off this demand zone area right here that I drew out. So this area, let's see. So remember, I'm using chat to test out the supply and the supply and the demand zone drawings. It says from 485, so from here up until 540 is a potential supply area, and I kind of concur with that. The reason why is because we had a big drop down, right? And then we kind of retraced back into this area, but it kind of started dropping off and we couldn't really break the high right here. And we have some highs here, so it shows to me that there is some potential, I would say, I can't think of the word. I don't know, I guess weakness in this area, orders that just weren't touched because there was just a big drop off down. And then we also have a big rejection in here, some rejections here. So we kind of just need to see if price goes above here, then chat says 620 to 670. So about here, which does make sense because it's honestly just pretty much this area. It's just this area, which does make sense because, there's a lot of volume here from this volume node and price just drops. So this area definitely makes sense. So let's put that as supply zone, and we're just gonna put out one more demand zone at, this one is 420 to like 450-ish. So we'll do like, chat is saying 370 to 400. Let's just do it like this. This one, I'm not, I would say 100% certain on it, but we'll still draw it out as a potential area for now. Yeah, and you see price is just rejecting up here. So you gotta be careful, definitely, especially when you see a lot of areas that kind of touch the same spot. Like, look, here's one touch, then the second touch, third touch, and there's just going to be a lot of people placing their stops up here, and they're just going to be taken out. So it's best to just not kind of, I guess, enter around these areas. This 370 to 400 level right here, this demand zone, I am a little uncertain about it. But then the next demand level underneath, what's this one? 270. Next area would be from 280 to 230. This one I can kind of get behind. The reason why I can kind of get behind this one is we have value area high here. We have the POC from a previous day here. I would honestly probably put like something right here instead of, so I'd probably put it a little bit higher up. But once we just get into this area, we just have to know that, potential area to start looking for longs, potentially. So we're just going to leave these now. Remember, this one I'm not too sure about. It looks okay, because the only reason why I say it's okay is we're at the volume area, low area, right here. And, price did start rejecting this area, so it could be a decent area. If we also look to the left, there were bounce points here. So one right there, and then right here, it kind of just bounced off of, rejected here. So, it could be a decent area. So we'll just see what happens. Let's see. We are in a 50% region area for the 233R. Let's see. Also, what templates do I have? Load. Default. Nice. Yeah. This is the one that I like, for sure. All right, let's see. Pro, yeah. All right. We also want to make sure 0 days is good. Let's put this one indicator I have, delta percent color indicator. Let's change it to on each tick. Yeah, this indicator I just made myself. It kind of just tells me if there's relative weakness or strength. Yeah, and now I'm back in my home office. So hopefully the screen fitting is a little bit better. Just got back from vacation. Went to Mexico. It was a good time. There's gonna be data released in about a minute, so I might just sit here. Sit and do nothing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn one of my indicators off because it's just a little bit too much lines. So it's this one, POC lines volumetric. This one pretty much just gets all of the untouched points of controls and just kind of draws a line out. And then some arrows are associated with them depending on how or where the point of controls are kind of formed. But don't really need to use it too much, at least right now with the kind of trading I'm kind of going with. The trading I'm doing right now, I would say, is more of breaks of structures, for sure. Change of structure, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Potential could bounce here. The reason why is the 144 is there was just a candle that was closed that shows a potential delta reversal right here. I'll show you real quick. Right here, so dang. I may have just gotten this guy stuck. I may need to close this window. No, I think I got this guy stuck here. Yeah, I got him stuck. Oh no. Alright, well anyways, so this 144 potential delta reversal up close, negative delta inside the 233 retracement area. Which one is this one? This one? No, this one. Yeah, we gotta close that out manually, and then I'm just gonna make a new one real quick. New chart. Volumetric range 144. Okay, and then we're just gonna, oh nice, perfect. The default already was on it. Nice. So yeah, nothing showed on the 55 range when we were in the 233R. Let's see what happens in this area if we get a little bit of some sort of a rejection. My bias, I think, I would be more long favored, just because if we look at the volume profile over the last couple of days, we can see that, it started going down, and then the next day we had a volume area that was higher. So I probably would be a little bit long biased, but that's if we can kind of close up here. But it's not looking too favorable right now. Nothing special is happening. Just kind of consolidating within this region of about 100 points. I think I'm gonna also add the VWAP in here, but no standard deviations to it. So we're still within the range of the 233. So let me actually cancel this real quick because I want to pay attention just in case there is a potential entry. So yeah, we're definitely below or within the 50% range. So I could have entered on this candle close, but I would first like to see a little bit more of a pullback on the 55R. Right now I'm showing you the 34R. So I definitely could have entered and gotten, my quick 10-point scalp already. But I want to see weakness on just like a little bit of a higher time frame first. Oh, actually might go short real quick. The reason why... damn. I don't think I can anymore, actually, because I accidentally clicked the 21 range volumetric, and it's just... I think on another screen. So since I loaded up the 21 range volumetric, it takes a lot longer to load than just a 21 range. And I think it was for multiple days. So we're just gonna have to wait here and just wait for it to load up. It's unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. So I was looking for a potential short opportunity here. The reason being is because we are in 144 range 50% area, and also if we look at the 144 range, you can see that it couldn't break this high. This candle could not break this high, but this candle broke this high, broke this low, excuse me. So to me it shows that there is a little bit more weakness. So it touched the 50% level around here. Oops. Where is it? This one. Now I just bring it back up here. Oh, wow. It really is taking a little bit of time here. I guess we'll see what happens. Oh. So this is what happened. Didn't really do much, which I guess is nice. Oh. Actually, yeah, it did some stuff. So let's see. Yeah, so I want to see what happened if I was looking at this guy. So let's see. We came up, touched it. Now on the lower time frame, there's no confirmation yet. Broke above. Nah, I would not have entered short there. Let's go into the 55 range. Let's see something real quick. So, yeah, so there was a potential entry on the, I guess on the 55 range, potential. So it showed a little bit of strength. So there was a pullback on the 55, which was this pullback, which I definitely would have liked to see. And then I could have entered here, but I think it's best to just wait until price kind of comes back in here and we get another up close candle. That could have been good. We are also in a 144, what do you call it? I think I might enter long here. Potentially. I just got to see what happens with this candle. It's looking good. Gotta wait. I want to see an up close candle. Nah, I'm not gonna enter that one. I also have data coming out in a little less than 5 minutes. So I'm not too sure. Yeah, and we're kind of just in a region of consolidation, so I think I might just hold off for a little bit. You can see we're on the larger time frame, the 144. We're kind of just consolidating in this area. I kind of want to see a breakout to one region or one area first before I kind of enter, because this is just guessing, right? It is kind of going a little bit more downwards on downtrend, but it's still kind of just guessing. Yeah. Yeah, also we have a supply zone up here that we honestly might break soon, but there's also a demand zone I have drawn out right there. Let me see. Yeah. There's also the previous day POC right here. Let's draw that out. Data being released in a couple minutes. So it's bound to go in one direction, because I think it might be like what is it? Like the rating system, it's like a 3-star or whatever. definitely just gonna wait a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna go fill up my water. So I'll be right back. All right, let's see. I guess not as much movement as I thought there was gonna be. I think I would like to see price kind of go down into the previous day POC and then could start to look for potential longs. But we just gotta wait it out. Yeah, like the 144, it's still kind of giving that we might break down just for like at least a quick little break. But I'm not 100% sure, it's 50-50. The reason why this high could not break this high could not break this high, yet this low was broken by this low, and this low broke this low. So it's just, this is just a simple like, higher low, lower low, whatever breaks. Yes, and if like we can kind of close below here, so 457 area, then it'll probably just at least go down for a little bit. I gotta put my percent indicator on the 144 and the 233 range real quick. Oh yeah, and on the 144, this is a nice spot. I probably could have entered actually. So we had a bullish case, but then quickly we had a bearish case in a supply zone, which makes this valid for shorts, in my opinion. Yeah, and right now we are also on the 34, we're below the 233. On the 55, we're kind of right at it. We're just kind of getting below the 233 and the 55. Yeah, you see, that's why I had a short bias. You can see that, we kind of closed below the 457 area on this candle, and it just did start going down a little bit. Excuse me. Did just start going down a little bit. So definitely up to you to really just enter a quick short. I didn't really see any good opportunity. The only potential opportunity, not really the only potential opportunity, but let's see the most recent potential opportunity, which was right before news on the 34. No, I didn't see anything good because this high was broken by this candle, and I would have preferred to see this high not break this high in order to enter a potential trade. Now we're approaching the point of control of the previous day. Did have a fairly strong bearish candle on the 144, but we are in the demand zone and we are reaching the previous day point of control, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, just to reiterate, this orange line is the point of control. And we also have the 233, and the 144 is above the 233 EMA. So ideally, I would like to go long once the 34 candle can also go above the 233. Just, it'll, it's like good for good measurement, I guess. We are in the 144 region, 50%. We did just touch it, but I don't know if I would enter this in this area because we did just touch the point of control only once. So typically when you touch the point of control for the first time, there will probably be a little bounce. You can see we're kind of starting to bounce off of it a little bit. And it didn't even touch the pre-market. So first touch, first time, you can expect a little bit of a bounce. Yeah. So now we just gotta wait a little bit. Yeah, and I would also consider this supply zone pretty weak now. This demand zone, I would say, is stronger than the supply zone, just because the supply zone's already been touched many times. And we've kind of just been chilling in here, the supply zone area, for over an hour easily, like right here and over here. So it spent a lot of time in there. We also spent the first half an hour like kind of right by it. So I would say the supply zone is definitely weaker. I might go for a quick short here. Just waiting for this 21 candle to show a down close. All right. Yeah, I'm in shorts. It's a little risky because we are in... Oh, let me bring my stop, break even. All right, yeah, so we're break even now. Let's see what happens. Alright, I just got stopped at a break even. It's alright. Yeah, it was just a risky, or not risky. Definitely had to be careful. I could re-enter for, yeah. I definitely could re-enter, but I feel a little sussed out from just being in this demand zone and kind of bouncing off the point of control region. I do think it'll probably go down a little bit more. Yeah. If I kept my stop loss at the original spot, I would have hit my profit target. But once again, like once I kind of see 5 to 7 solid points, I'm bringing my stop loss to break even. I don't really care. I kind of want the trade to go in my favor kind of right away. I entered at 344, so in this area, and I got stopped out there. It went down to 437.25, so what is that, like another 7 points at least it went down. So yeah, I'm definitely bringing my stop to break even for sure at that point. Yeah, and you see my stop loss would have been up here. I mean, either way, it would have hit my profit target, which would have been somewhere down here. Just quick scalp 10 points. But you can see, since we're in this demand zone and we're near this, just touched this point of control for the first time, it's definitely a little bit more sus if you went for shorts. So that's why I definitely moved my stop loss to break even fairly quickly. So now we just gotta be a little bit patient to see if there's another opportunity. I would like to see a little bit more of a retracement before I would consider going long. A little bit more retracement into the 144 50% area. So just down to here. All right. So now we kind of push down into this area. So I would look for a potential bounce in this area. But we are below the 233, so I'm not 100% sure. I just gotta see what kind of see what the price action does. Okay. The 233, fairly strong close for the bearish scenario. Let me get rid of this. Didn't really touch the 50% retracement of the 233. Kind of just waiting to see what this 144 range bar does, because if it does close, I would say if we get to around 402, that's when the 144 bars should close down here, but it's another demand zone here. Potential. Oh yeah, I remember this demand zone I wasn't too sure about. So I guess we'll kind of just wait to see what happens. It is at the 233 area on the 15. Let's see, it's 718. I would like to see if we don't really break this high, if this inefficient area or inefficient zone, also known as to a lot of people as the fair value gaps, if this area can kind of just hold, then I would like to look for a push into this zone area for a move down. Let's see. Don't see anything good yet. Yeah, and this box that's shown out right here is just the 233R region. or 233 R 50% level area. And it looks like the 144 area or 144R doesn't look as weak, but let's see what happens here. We're getting a decent push into this 50% area on the 233. So I would like to see kind of what happens here. Yeah, also we can see that on the 144, we can see that up close with some, decent bullish delta momentum, I would say. But if we look at the min delta, it's fairly high compared to the delta or even the max delta. So to me, that's showing that there was probably a larger order somewhere down here that was filled, which caused the move up or the push up. So we'll just see if it can be sustained or not. Yeah, and also if we look at the 233R, you can see a pretty strong bearish close, but by this blue candle forming, it's showing me that there's a fairly strong bullish momentum. So if this candle does close, then I would say, you could enter right away, and definitely it should hit at least 10 points easily for sure, but that risk to reward ratio is not that good. It'd be like a 1 to, 6 or 1 to 5, somewhere in between there. But now we've touched into that 233R zone area. So let's see what happens. And I would prefer to do a short because the 34 range is under the 233R, which is right, or under the 233 EMA, which is right up here. Also the 55 is below it. We've touched the previous point of control a couple times already, so it shouldn't be as strong as it was, like 10 minutes ago or so. But it all depends what happens in this area. Yeah, that 233R could be pretty good. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking real good, actually. Probably should have waited to enter, to be honest, for a better pullback or retracement. Yeah, we're gonna go up to this point of control right here to 98.25. Yeah, the 144 closed fairly well. I'm fairly confident this 10 points will hit. Stop is at break even. Hopefully it just kind of continues pushing just real quick for me. There it is. You see, so the reason why I knew that 10 points was just gonna hit for sure is, you can see on the 233R, ignore this candle. It's this arrow right here is just one of my indications, or a part of my indicator that tells me, hey, there's a high possibility that it's just gonna go up. So this matched with the bullish candle that followed this bearish candle. To me, that just signals that this is like a delta reversal. So there's a lot of people selling, but then it just got bought right away. And then once this 233R candle closed, you can also see that on the 144R, we had a nice strong bullish close as well here. And even if you waited for this candle to finish closing, you would easily get the 10 points. And your risk to reward ratio could be smaller because you could just place your stop right under here. But to me, I felt extremely confident that it was just gonna go up at least another hit and hit my base points for sure. And that it did. I'm gonna call it here for sure. The reason being is I don't really see us moving in a specific direction. Like, it's not moving as much as I would have liked it to be honest. Also, we have a supply zone here, demand zone here. It's just kind of too close together. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it there. And remember, honestly, just one winning or losing trade a day, and we're good. So to reiterate, we got into a trade today, hit break even, and then second trade, nice little 10-point move. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it there. So have a good one.